Alright guys, we have the EZA details for the exchange Buu thanks to Minato's flash. I will leave his link down in the description. We have the translations, so we're going to go through them right now and you can let me know down in the comments what you think of this EZA. So to kick things off, he'll now lead Margin Power with Ki plus 4, HP and attack and defense plus 170, or Artificial Life Forms with Ki plus 3, HP and attack and defense plus 170. If you've been struggling with some of these missions, this exchange Buu is going to be a good addition to some of those teams, especially to partner up the Fat Buu and any of the Buu units, but mainly Fat Buu because I think those two units share like 6 out of 7 links with each other. So going to be a very good addition to Margin Power, Margin Buu Saga, all of those categories where those Buu units go on as well. On Super Attack, he'll greatly raise attack by 50% for 1 turn, raise defense by 30% for 1 turn, cause immense damage. He'll start the time with Ki plus 3, attack and defense plus 150, gains 50% attack on Super, damage reduction of 40%, and then reduces damage received by an additional 30% when there is a Margin Power category ally attacking in the same turn. That's juicy. 70% damage reduction like that, because this Margin Power condition is easy to trigger. You got the new Fat Buu, EZA Buuhan, LR Super Buu. You could even run a friend Fat Buu, and there you go, there's another one. All you need is a Margin Power category ally in a turn, which is the typical units you're going to be running him with. So getting that additional 30% damage reduction is easy. Attack and defense plus 50% when there are no Margin Power category enemies. I'm not going to lie, this, it's a shame you miss out on the 50%, but this, it feels like this is in here because of the new red zone. Because by the way it's going, you're probably going to be facing all Margin Power enemies. So, you know, he's going to be good in there anyway. So I feel like this is in there so he doesn't have that extra buff in the new red zone. But that's fine. And of course, we'll exchange with Margin Buu Pure Evil when conditions are met. And then when he's in Pure Evil on Super, he will greatly raise attack by 50% for 3 turns. Raise defense by 30% for 3 turns as well. That's actually really nice. Cause immense damage, still Super Attack. Starts the turn with Ki plus 3, attack and defense plus 150. Attack plus 70% on Super. Still keeps the 40% damage reduction. And then reduces damage received by an additional 30% when there's a Margin Power category in the same turn. I like the fact that he keeps this damage reduction. That means throughout, hopefully in Super Boost the same, but that means throughout 70% damage reduction the entire time. While also raising your defense by 30% for 3 turns is also good. Again, that 50% attack and defense as long as there's no Margin Power category enemies. 70% chance to stun the attacked enemy. I mean, there's only a handful of content in the game you're actually going to be able to utilize this. And a 50% chance to dodge, so 70% damage reduction. That's this additional 30 is basically guaranteed with who you're running him with. And a 50% chance to dodge. Now we're into Super Buu. On Super Attack, will massively raise attack by 100% for 3 turns. Greatly raise defense by 50% for 3 turns. That's big. He's going to be doing big damage while also having solid amounts of defense because he doesn't need millions and millions because he has so much damage reduction. Cause immense damage and Seal. Starts the turn with Ki plus 4, attack plus 250, defense plus 200%, 100% on Super. Has 50% damage reduction just flat out. So even if you're not going to put him with a Margin Power category unit, or maybe he's floating for some reason, straight 50 with this SA effect. Even then, he's still chilling. Reduces damage received by an additional 20% or as a Margin Power category ally attacking in the same turn. That's 70% damage reduction that he keeps throughout. The only thing that changes is he gets more base damage reduction and less when there's a Margin Power category ally. But 70% damage reduction throughout all of his transformations is huge. That means when he's in Super Buu, he's doing a ton of damage while also barely taking any damage. And don't forget as well, one thing that all of these Buu units do a lot, aside from him by the looks of things, is they heal. So you got Fat Buu with Guard, Stacking, Revival. Then you got Buuhan with Guard, Dodge, Stacking. You've got LR Super Buu with Guard. And now you got this guy with 70% damage reduction, all while all those units are healing as well. This is why I said Margin Power has a ton of potential from this celebration with units and EZAs, and this is why. Because this exchange Buu is actually insane of how good his EZA is, on top of how good Fat Buu is. Of course, EZA Buuhan, LR Super Buu, 21 if you've got her. The only thing I'm still surprised about is that Fat Buu didn't lead margin power in some sorts or have a 200% for margin power. But most of these go on margin Buu Saga anyway. And then an attack plus 50% and chance upon a critical hit plus 20%. 25% per rainbow key sphere obtained. That means if you just pick up a measly 2 rainbow key spheres, this man's got a 50% chance to crit. This is why when I pulled my dupes during the summons the other day when the dual Dokkan Fest dropped, this is why I waited to see the details before I slapped in some potential system. Yeah, I'm definitely going additional on this man. I mean, he loses dodge chance once you get into Super Buu, but it's not like he needs it. It's really not like he needs it. 70% damage reduction, 50% defense raise for 3 turns. Yeah, he really doesn't need it. Yeah, I'm gonna slap some additionals on him. Slap some additionals and some crit. Maybe like 3 dodge or something on skill orbs. Who knows? But he's looking cracked. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care, have a good rest of your day, and peace.